Hey, good morning. It's Thursday. Here we are, regular customer. It's a pretty big home. We're going to start the job right here. We're going to work our way around the corner. Now you can see these gutters. Those gutters are nasty up there. Everything is turning black up there. A little SH. Now I'm always preaching the downstream stuff. You don't need the soft wash. You use too much SH doing that. But if that's how you were taught, that's what you know, right? All right, and we got this thing going on back here. There's no gate, so we're going to come up to here, rinse our way back around. Then we'll get the hose on the other side of the driveway. We'll get the driveway and sidewalk and the gutter and the road done. Then we'll head on down that side of the house. Let's go have a look. Got the job laid out. The hose is here. Like I said, we're going to start there. Then we'll come around this tree here so we can reel right in. All this lattice. Very nasty. And we have how dirty these gutters are. Very dirty. Around the back. That's not too bad. Just have a little patio back here. Just rinse it all off. And we're not going to be going in there. We're just going to be getting the gutters up to the fence right there. All right. I'm Don from Super Blast. Let's get after it, shall we? All right, one more thing before I forget. Please leave me some comments. I've been getting some good ones, and then they fade away. And then I get some good ones, and they fade away. Seems when I ask, I get them. So I appreciate it. And what else was I going to say? I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Let's get after it. Now I remember. Let me know what you think about the music that I'm using lately. It's a lot of classic stuff. If you have any requests, I can probably dig it up for you. All right, let's get after it. Let's take a look at the effects of downstreaming, okay? Now I just sprayed a light mist on that lattice. It's already almost gone, but look at this gutter. See that? See that? Now look at that. That's before rinsing. Everything was nice and moldy up here. All this stuff is black. All that was black up there. It's all back to white. That gutter's perfectly clean. That's clean. All this stuff cleaned up nice. We just hit this corner, already clean. All right, now we'll come around this side. We'll get this dingy gutter all the way down to the fence, and whatever's hanging there, we'll get the rest from the back. I'm Don from Super Blast, and it's just that easy. Alright, we're 20 minutes into the job. Got the whole front done, all that side, everything SH out here. Now we're going to mini mondo this. Watch this turn from moldy, blacky to beautiful looking new concrete, alright? Let's get after it.
Don't be afraid. You were made
have a look. Can't see it from here because the sun's on it. But we'll get you turned around. See the gutter in the road? Looks beautiful. The driveway came out popping good. And if you notice at the end, I just opened up the ball valve at 10 gallons a minute. The SH comes flying out of there, especially with 100 feet, 150 feet of hose. I was doing it yesterday with 250 feet, so as long as you got good gear and you're all, look at that lattice, how nice it came. And all I did was spray it a little bit. All right, now we're gonna continue SH down the side of the house, across the back, then we're gonna be out of here. And as you can see, hose management, we set the job up, there's the water. Okay, that hose reel probably shot, probably get one more wind in. I think the bearing's gone on it. Might want to just pull all that hose off of there so they can fix it. But I think it'll come off. They'll get it off of there. All right, let's head that way. Let's get after it.
Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better.
Can you say squeaky clean? Look how clean them gutters are all the way down. And did you just buy that lattice? Oh my God. It's really nice. Was it on sale? Look at these gutters. Hopefully we have enough hose, which I don't think we're going to have enough to get to the end there. That doesn't look like enough to me. Okay, you can see that I just hit this. And you come down here and you have all this dinginess and dirtiness. Well, we might be able to make it. I don't think so though. Probably gonna have to go add another 50 feet, I'm sure. All right, let's get after it and find out. Doesn't that look way better? Look at that lattice. Looks good. Look at the driveway, how nice and clean it is. Everything came out beautiful around here. All right, the hose is unhooked. Now, real important, rinse the gear out. Always, 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 always rinse your hoses out. The SH is very corrosive. So what I do is turn it. What I do is turn down real low. First thing you do is pull the SH out of the tank, of course. Now you see all that soap coming out of there? We got a neighbor coming with the dog here. All right. Okay. That gentleman just hired me to do his house. So we'll be back over there on May 7th. Wasn't that nice? Very nice. Okay, now. Back to the take care of the gear part. Okay, now what I do is I rinse this off. You see all that soap coming off that hose right there? You don't want that in your fresh water, okay? So rinse it off. Rinse the filter off. Don't ever rinse that filter in the street, because sand gets in it and that'll kill your injector. Now what I do is I'm going to set this filter in my fresh water. Hear the injector kick in? Now watch the soap that comes out of the line. You don't want this in your fresh water. There's the soap. It was a very little bit this time because I've been running fresh water through there while I was talking to the gentleman. Michael, thanks a lot for the work. I'll see you on May 7th. And if you can, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in May. All right, I'm Dr. Super Blast Pressure Washing. That's a wrap for this one. Get after it. All right, down here, we're at job number 2. This is going to be a presentation of how to turn a job looking from ew to hey. All right, here we go. Now, this driveway, if you don't get rid of this here when you're doing the driveway, then what happens? The stuff remains there and the driveway never gets clean underneath there. So the first thing we're going to do at this job is we're going to start SHing right from here. See how that's all black? It's going to be a good example of how good downstreaming works. You're seeing that, right? Okay. And then this driveway, all this stuff could be looking very, very nice, and it's going to. And I'm going to show you just how easy it is. Look how black that is up there. It's that way everywhere. The pool cage is green and moldy. Let's go and take a walk around. Now, you can see the algae. The algae right there. We come in here and get all this, clean the furniture off. Well, it needs a bath. Go around this way. Want you to take note. You see those gutters? You know, I realize you're trained how to do stuff a certain way, so if you start out and you're trained doing soft wash, you're going to end up doing soft wash. But I'm not trying to change your mind, but I am going to make some sense for you. See how that black that is? Now this side isn't that bad, but we'll go ahead and spray some SH on it with our long range tip. All right, let's get started. We'll see you out front and watch the magic happen. Okay, let's talk about one more thing before we get started. This is a J-Rod, $39.99. You get it with 4 tips. Okay, you can get this setup, J-Rod, set up for your gallons per minute, so it works. These 2 tips turn the soap on. These 2 turn them off. Up to 250 to 300 feet away. You don't need an injector bypass. This does the same thing, but for about $600 cheaper. This is a 2560 wash jet tip. 0060 long range soap tip. 4015 wide rinse and a 0015 wash jet tip. This is all you need to do pressure washing with. All right, let's get after it. Let's just get and see how this works here. I'll show you how the soap's going to come right on. How effective it is. Okay. Nothing up my sleeve. No soft wash. Looks brand new up there. Check it out. I don't see any moldy stuff. And it works even from a distance. Look, all the way down there, cleaned up. Remember when we were looking here before? It was all dirty around this corner here. Not no more. All right, let's get after it.
Then you begin to make it better. Hey, June. Na, 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 na. Hey, June. Na, 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 na.
All right, look at the house. Look how bright the gutters are everywhere. Okay, I was able to use the tall reach tip, the original tall reach tip. If you buy the tall reach tip from Southeast or the Davis shooter tip, I mean, they're all the same hole size. So science pretty much is proven. Now look, all the algae's gone on this side everywhere. I was even able to hit those beams by wagging the thing back and forth. Look how nicely clean. There's a little green. That's how green they were right there. All right, we do a lot of things. That's what you call job management. Try to do some stuff if you can to eliminate doing it when you get around to it, if that makes any sense to you. Now we're going to get after the rinse in the front. Then we're going to turn that driveway into a piece of art, piece of beauty. It's going to look really good. And we have all our hose on this side of the driveway already, so hose management is kind of automatic today. Look how nice and bright those gutters are up there. All right, all we got to do is rinse this puppy off. All right, let's get after it. Okay, let's talk about curb appeal and what's going to make the house look good and you look good as a company. Because you know, everywhere you go, neighbors are watching you out the window. And if you do an extra exceptional job, a lot of times you get phone calls from people who like what you did, okay? So this turbo nozzle is going to transform this messy driveway. And look at it. Just have a good look at that driveway. All the edges are grown over on the driveway, in front of here, everywhere, all the way down the side. When this driveway's done, it's going to look like ooh la la. All right, this is how you do it. Always wear your what? Your safety glasses. Why? Because you have two eyes. Can't spare any, right? Let's get after it. And there you have it. That's a perfect driveway. And look at the difference. All the edging's good. That side over there has got muscles, so we just gave it a nice trim. Didn't want to kill it too much more. But the edge of the driveway is all showing. Their driveway curves around that way anyway, so it looks very uniform now. Perfect. Now when you drive by, you go, hey, that looks nice, instead of, geez, I wish they'd go ahead and handle that, you think? All right, let's get after the rest. Now we're going to do the rest of the house, which is this right here. Then we're going to go into the pool cage. All right, we'll start the job right here. See how it's dirty and discolored? Come around. This thing sticks out kind of weird. Might have to go to 200 feet. But look how the gutter is in the back. See the gutter up there? Very dingy and dirty. All right. And that is a, I don't know if it's painted or not. We're going to go in there and check it out. It's very dirty in there, I can tell you that. You'll be able to see the difference from when I sprayed from over there. The door's open. I got everything, all the mold off, but there's lots of algae here. All right, we'll be right back. Let's get after it. Okay, let's have a look. Look how nice and white everything is. Simple downstream, fellas. All right, now I was just shooting through the screen. I was able to get this beam that goes across. Now what I'm gonna do is stand here with this tall reach tip before I go back and put 50 more feet of hose on it, because that's what it's gonna take to get this cage done. I'm gonna run out of hose about right to the edge there. So what I'm gonna do before I do that, you see how dirty that is? Wave it back and forth so you can get that edge up against the beam there, see? Look how it's just melting it right off of there. Very simple. And you can see it coming off. All right, that pretty much wraps up all the algae in this place. Just by hitting it from the other side, I was able to stand over there and do what you just witnessed. Now look how clean that is. Everything's gone. All we gotta do is come in here and hit some of this stuff here, and we'll do that right before we leave here. Then we're gonna go put 50 more feet of hose on so we can get everything in here. All right, I'm Don from Ciboblast. Job layout strategic thinking gets things done quick. All right, get after it. All right, have a look up there. This is the area that I hit before. It's all clean. All we gotta do is rinse stuff off, get this floor clean, and we're done. All right, downhill run. Let's get after it. All right, everybody, that's a wrap. Look how nice and clean everything is back here. It's beautiful. It's ready for the summer. It's not going to be a bummer. That's not going to be a bummer right there either, so we can get out of here. All right, I'm Don from Super Blast, and you're looking at a complete wash job that my regular customer is going to be very happy with. That driveway's screaming. Let's go out there and have a look at it. We'll be right back. Final review. How's that? Holy smokes, does that look good. Now we got a little bit of mud at the bottom when we're rinsing our stuff out. We'll go ahead and just rinse that little bit of mud off the edge. Perfect job. All right, I'm Don from Super Blast. We'll see you tomorrow, and always get after it. Well, guys, thank you for everything. And what do we do?
You get after it.
We get after it. Do you get after it?
Always.
What do you do?
Get after it. At home, I
Everybody gets after it. Hey, when he gets home, he gets after it. Hey, look at this dude up here. I bet you he even gets after it.
This is Mr. American.
Get after it! Okay, who won at the gym?
It don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile.
He got me by like 2 seconds today.
2 seconds.
The old man
Gotta get the time in.
beat the young guy.
The old man, how old are you?
Whoa, Don. You don't
You ever
ask a
ask
woman
him
that.
his age?
Don't ask a woman his age. Oh, it's Bernadette.